weather's on a roll this week. Lots of great sunny days. Actually, with the wind with this camera mic, it's actually starting to annoy me when I'm doing the editing and stuff. Funny enough, I was looking for a dead cat for this camera mic. That's what they call it. That's what they put that little furry thing over microphones usually to stop the wind noises. But for the most part, they don't sell any for this. And you have to basically use other products or make it yourself. And so by the looks of it, I think I might have to try to make one. So I was thinking of maybe looking for some stuff today to see if it would work or not. I read this crazy piece of news too. I kind of passed around the area yesterday, but around the commercial drive area in Vancouver, apparently there was a guy that set himself on fire and he ran into a McDonald's. Even some of the quotes here are crazy. It says, "I saw people kind of jumping because I think they had to jump over the gasoline as they were running, and they're kind of jumping past the man and past the gasoline to get out of the building." Jeez. Kind of makes me think of all the people and stories that pass by you every single day that you might not see. And I thought this story was kind of interesting. It kind of dealt with the issues of, I guess, drones distracting people who are in some type of vehicle, whether say you fly away from them because of that, like even if you're away from them in a safe way, if they can see it, it's going to distract them and it cause like an accident. But this one was kind of interesting because it dealt with a railroad. It says, drones are watching railroad irks workers with unmanned aircraft. Workers say drones are a distraction. The railroad says the program will coach employees in correcting behaviors that could cause serious injury. Union Pacific Corp riled employees recently when it started flying drones over some of its railroad yards to ensure workers were following safety guidelines. The aerial spotters were looking for any number of behaviors that deviate from the railroad's rulebook, from passing between rail cars that are less than 100 feet apart to climbing off moving equipment. For the most part, I would assume that's okay. They're using it to monitor people, which I would assume they're already doing anyways with like cameras like in other places. But it says here, the response from the Railroad Workers Union urging the rank and file to flood Union Pacific safety hotline with complaints that the drone makes their jobs more dangerous. And as they say here, rather than promote safety, the drones create a hazard by distracting them when they should be laser focused while around 200 tons of locomotives and rail cars moving along the tracks. And as a result of that, as one person says here, they're no longer looking ahead or at their task at hand, he said, they're looking up. So I guess because of that, it says the Union Pacific temporarily grounded the aerial observations so it can share its findings with the unions, but plans to resume the program in the coming weeks. To me, it would make me wonder, is this really about safety? If you're basically riding a railroad, why do you need to look up anyways? Like, would you normally if you knew there wasn't a drone? What are you afraid of? But then like this one here says, Mr. Simpson has suspect safety isn't the company's only motivation. Workers see drones as a means to discipline them, he said, with escalating penalties that can lead to termination. There's no indication that anyone has been fired for an infraction spotted from up to 400 feet in the air. And again, it makes me wonder, even like in general with drones, like when people are afraid they're flying in the public, is it really about safety? Or is it because like in this case, you're afraid of being caught doing something you shouldn't be? Like, I would imagine, again, they probably already have things like surveillance stuff in place, so what's the difference here? Actually, funny enough, in terms of a dead cat or a windscreen, it kind of looks like something like that, actually. What is this stuff anyways? Really would use that for the windscreen. I don't know if the wind's destroying the mic now anyways, too. No, that's what is that? An eagle? Right, let me see if I can find a do-it-yourself solution too for the wind. Alright, this will be an interesting test for tomorrow. I might actually just test it with a sponge first because that actually works Alright, see you guys later.